September's team brief comes from the neonatal unit at Wigan Infirmary, and I'm shortly going to be meeting Susie Hurst, who's one of the sisters here on the unit. And I'll be asking her how many babies a year come through this unit, at what gestation age babies qualify to come here, and which member of staff here is part of an all-female barbers shop group which won the prize at last year's National Eisteddfod Festival. The corporate objective for this month relates to investment and our £70 million 10-year programme of capital expenditure. Well, the good news is that we're bang on schedule so far. We've already this year spent £8.9 million, which is almost exactly on budget, and all of the big projects are exactly on timetable and on budget. And now the safety data for August. On infection control, we had another good month for MRSA, and we still only have one case for the whole year, but unfortunately we had 5 cases of C. diff. There was 1 of MSSA and 3 of E. coli, but the 2 latest HSMR months, which were May and June, were 92 and 89 respectively. So the average for the year to date is a very healthy 87.4. Here's the C. diff chart, and you can see that we're really not doing terribly well this year compared to the target of the yellow line. And here's the latest mortality data. You can see that we've now had 3 excellent months in a row at well below 100. Can I just summarise the serious harms for the month? And whereas last month we had an excellent with just 4, this time, because of all those serious infections, we're up at 15. Because in addition to the 9 serious infections, there were 5 serious falls and 1 case of ventilator-acquired pneumonia, but the rest were all 0. Now it's coming round to the flu season, and we want everybody in the trust to get vaccinated this year. Sessions are arranged throughout the organisation, and it's really important that we get this done both for the patients and for yourselves and for your families. You'll find dates and times on the Trust News and through a global that we've issued recently. So now on to the performance headlines, and starting with A&E, you can see from this league table here that we're up to 3rd place in Greater Manchester, and I'm very confident that we'll soon be up into 2nd. So well done everybody in A&E, and thanks for welcoming me last week on my Back to the Floor experience, which I thoroughly enjoyed. It's not been a good month for finances, and we're now cumulatively £0.3 million in deficit. Our income was on budget and our CIP was on budget. The problem is expenditure, which is 1.6 million over budget for the year to date. And that brings us to a financial risk rating of just 2 at this point in the year. Healthier Together continues to be a very hot topic, and the best thing I can ask you to do is to look at the briefing that's available through the Trust intranet site. There are a number of meetings and conferences during the course of October, and especially if you're going to one, it would be important to see that the Trust Board has commented and expressed concerns about some of the proposals. Now on to staff engagement, and there are 4 really great events coming up which you're welcome to get to if you can. You can see here the details of those events, the dates, times and place for each one. And another exciting innovation is the WWL Choir, which will be performing in 6 weeks' time at the Recognising Excellence Awards. So if you're interested in getting involved in this, please contact Joanne Anderson. You'll have 6 weeks and 6 rehearsals, but then you could really make a name for yourself at the awards event. So now we're on the neonatal intensive care unit, and there's 2 babies here that were born at just 30 weeks. On the caring side, we've got the friends and family test, and I'm pleased to say that we've now scraped up to the 15% mark, which is actually the minimum that we need to do. So well done to acute stroke unit, billing ward, Taylor unit and the oral ward, who have been the best in this. But it's really important that everybody gets friends and family to fill in these cards, please. Now we're into October, and this is Stoptober. And I made quite a big fuss about this in last month's team brief. It's really important that we use this to encourage people to give up smoking, and in particular not to smoke outside the front entrance to the hospital. And there's going to be a big campaign this month to try and achieve both of those objectives. It's also the time of year when we do the staff survey, and 850 staff have been selected at random, and you'll have been sent surveys. Please do complete those. They are anonymous, as an outside organisation administers the survey, and there is a prize draw and somebody will win an iPad. And finally, the employee of the month this month is Vicky Lennon, who is the ward sister on Swinley ward. Now, Vicky's been a very great leading figure in medicines management, and she's done sterling work on that ward, inventing a whiteboard for teaching about medicines management. So many congratulations to Vicky for this well-deserved success. Here I am with Susie Hurst, who's one of the sisters on this unit, and she's been working here for the last 10 years. So, Susie, can you tell me what is the main purpose of the unit?
To provide a good quality service for families and their babies. We provide a good family-centred care and involve everybody in the care of their child.
I see. And what are you most proud of?
Our team. We work together so well to provide that service. It's a changing environment, emergencies, and we always work together as a team really, really well here.
That's great. And what are the problems and pressures that you face?
I think because you never know what's coming through the door, sometimes you would be leisurely going along quiet, and then all of a sudden things can change in an instant, and then you've got to be on your toes and running around, and so it's the pressures of the job and everybody working together well as a team, which we do here.
Are there any other news stories that you'd like to tell me about?
I think we get mums and dads come back to visit us years and years. They bring the babies back. We've got lots of pictures on the ward, and we get loads of parents fundraising for us as well, just because they're so happy with the care that they've been given. So I think we're really proud of that. Actually, it makes us feel, that we've accomplished our work really. So
that's fantastic. And is there anything else you'd like to mention?
Just that I've got an excellent team here, and we work so well together, and we're really proud that we provide such a good service to our patients. Really, we're just so proud. And
finally, our 3 quiz questions. First of all, how many babies a year come through this unit?
Roughly about 300 babies a year coming through. Yeah.
And secondly, at what gestation age do you take babies here?
We take from 27 weeks gestation, and anything less than that tends to go out to the tertiary units, which are level 3 units, and those are Bolton and Oldham.
And finally, who is it on this unit that's a member of an all-female barbershop choir that won a prize at the National Eisteddfod Festival last year?
That might be me.
Leave your broomsticks at the door, be sure to bring your potion. Place your cauldron on the floor, let's set this spell in motion.